Crashing with Friends Podcast.
Cracker Jack. Cracker wants his money back. What will we do to get a sack?
Connor's always talking smack.
To see them titties, that perfect rack.
Well, welcome to Crashing with Friends podcast. My name is Kyle, your host. This week we got Jackson Brayman,
What's going on, guys?
David Lindsay,
Hello.
and Connor Hobbs.
What's up, Young Yanni or Lil Yanni or whatever my rap name was? What's up?
Was it Lil Clue?
No,
Was it Big Muffin?
it was Young Yanni,
Oh, okay.
I think.
Jackson, what was yours? Do you remember that? When we made rap names for each other?
I don't remember.
Was it Young Velvet?
Did we all have Young at the beginning of our names?
No.
No. It just sounded cool in my brain.
Huh.
How you been, Jack?
Bruh. I've been pretty good. You keep trying to distract me from finding my yo dude.
Episode
Well,
150. Six.
Kyle's like,
Like
let's
and
start the episode while Jackson looks for his yo dude. Let's ask Jackson what he's doing while he's doing his yo dude. How did this week go? During the yo dude.
Well, hey, when you hear Connor say some funny shit, you gotta like roll into the opening. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you gotta capitalize on it, right?
I guess, yeah. You can't just splice it in anywhere. That's not cool. You
Yeah.
gotta just roll right in. Yeah. Gotta be a one take only.
So David, how are you?
I'm good.
You got some pretty cool looking hair.
Thank you.
You're welcome, man.
It's I need a cut, but
Nice.
put that pomade in it. Dapper Dan. I wish I had Dapper Dan.
I don't want fuck, damn it.
Yeah, I'm a Dapper Dan man. Dude, when that movie came out, I legit looked for Dapper Dan. I was like, it's got to be a real product somewhere.
Yeah.
But alas. But yeah.
You guys are talking about
good.
Oh Brother Where Art You or Where Art Thou? Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh Brother Where Art You?
No, we're doing good. We went to that wedding for my sister-in-law
Are you
a
Venom?
couple weekends ago. Huh?
Are you Venom?
Is it because I was clearing my throat?
You said we. Are you like
The family.
You got a symbiote?
Yeah. And we danced. No.
Did you eat some heads?
No. I guess since my sister-in-law was like, hey, you know a lot about beer. And I was like, well, I don't drink it anymore, but yeah, sure. She's like, will you hand out beer while you're like walking down the aisle? You'll be like part of the bridal party. I was like, all right, that sounds fun, right?
One of those kind of weddings. Okay.
Yeah. So we get there and she's like, okay, so apparently Arkansas state law, you can't open beer out on like the wedding like field. So we had to designate people for you to give beer to. So she was like, basically as people were coming in, they're like, you get a beer and you get a beer and you get, I'm like, I don't know any of these people. How am I going to remember this? So anyway, but we did the whole jumping down the aisle and to the music and throwing beers at everybody. But she asked me like, cause like I was a big beer guy. So she's like, you're going to know good beer. So I want you to hand out the beers. And it was like Michelob Ultra and Bud Light. And I'm like, all right. But yeah. And your wife was there.
Yep.
Said hello.
That's
She
pretty
said
cool.
she talked to you.
Yeah. Yeah, they had it was like travel themed. So they had like during cocktail hour, dude, they had snacks from like, Central America and snacks from France and snacks from Paris. And dude, it kicked ass.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But so did that. But otherwise, I mean,
How'd
we were
those snacks taste?
They were good.
Yeah.
Dude, at the Central America table, they had like just the single licorice strings that you can buy at like candy stores and stuff.
Jackson doesn't like them.
Oh, dude, I love those things. But they put them in a little bowl and then they sprinkled tahini on them and shook them up. Then they had a bottle of chamoy next to it. So I literally just got a whole plate with that shit.
What are those two things?
What
The last two things that you said.
Tahini. It's like
chamoy.
And some jabubu.
tahini is like it's like a seasoning, but it's like lime, salt, and chili powder, and it's a little sweet.
Okay.
And then
Good on fish tacos.
Yeah, and then chamoy is like I think it's a vegetable of some sort, but it's what they dip like Mexican suckers in, like the mango suckers.
Okay.
They dip them in like,
Okay.
and it's like,
chili powder type stuff, or
yeah, they
like-
turn it into a liquid though. So it's like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like if you get the Mexican candy in the pouch, you know, that you squeeze into your mouth, that's chamoy with like seasoning
So good.
and sugar and stuff.
Yeah. Anakin
I
gets
can't
those a
remember
lot.
what that one is. I just remember the suckers mainly.
Yeah.
And them being covered in like chili powder or whatever.
Oh, dude, I remember
or
that.
paprika, whatever the heck it is.
What was it? That Polynesian store up the road from where you
Island-
guys used to live.
Island
Islander
Hits.
store.
Island
Yeah,
Hits,
dude.
yeah.
Oh, then we had the dried squid.
Yeah. dude.
Disgusting.
Coconut milk.
It was so weird. A bunch of teenagers playing in this pool hall with all these seedy island, like people from like the Truck Islands. They
Yeah.
were cool with us, but we were all just playing pool like right in the middle. of
Yeah, buying candy and snacks and just testing them out and stuff while we're in
drinking
there.
so much Shasta.
Yeah. Dude, they were so nice though.
They
They're
were.
very, very kind people.
And I
Yeah.
remember trying to 50-50 that stair railing thing and that trailer right outside there next door.
Yeah.
And I jumped up on it and it went out from under me and I like yanked my shoulder or some crazy. I was like, dude, that sucked. But
I credit carded myself out there.
yeah,
That 3-set was fun though, especially
Yeah,
when
it
we put
was.
rail down it.
Yeah.
it was so long, dude.
It was.
Otherwise, yeah, we've been watching Rings of Power since season 2 is almost done, I think. But we're not all the way caught up. I think we're like halfway through episode 5 right now. But are you guys caught up on that?
I have not watched a single bit
I
of it.
haven't seen any season 2.
I watched the first episode and I was digging it.
Yeah, it's a little different tonally, but by episode 3 or 4, it starts to get really, really good.
Okay.
Like, would you say it's on par with what? Like Game of Thrones? Was it on
Quality
par?
wise?
Yeah.
I think
House of the Dragon.
I think House of the Dragon's probably pretty. Yeah, like I think Game of Thrones was better up until like obviously season 8 and stuff and all the crap. But like I'd say it's probably equal, in my opinion, to House of the Dragon in quality. Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know why I asked that question. It's very hard to answer that kind of question. That was really weird.
But
How would you compare it to The Witcher?
like in quality,
Yeah.
I think it's better.
Better. Okay.
Yeah. And actually, dude, like when it starts out, you're like a little bit. I was a little turned off because Lord of the Rings is super like dark and gritty and like it's very, it's grim dark fantasy. So it's not like there's not magic and fairies and yada yada yada, but and this one is very like high fantasy feeling, but it's because, and I didn't think about this until recently, that the Lord of the Rings trilogy is literally like post-apocalypse. Like everyone's dead, everything's ruined, kingdoms were like collapsed and shit because of the rings. So you get to see like how that whole process happened. It's super dope.
Yeah, like at the end of season 1, you get to see some crazy shit happen.
Yeah, dude.
Get to see Mordor get created.
Yeah, yeah.
We're supposed to ruin it, but hey.
I just did.
Dude, it catches you off guard too, man. I would like as soon as like you turn that little thing and I'm like, hang on now. And then I was like, oh shit.
I probably will finish it because I've heard from a lot of sources, like read, I should say. Not heard. I've read that it's good. So
Yeah, it's getting to a point now where like, because even at the end of season 1, you're like, okay, they'll fight back somehow, some way. There's still hope. It feels like it's starting to feel hopeless, where like you're getting those like Infinity War vibes, where you're like, oh, they're not gonna win.
right, because you know the end game of that. Yeah.
But yeah, spooky season. So I'm playing Resident Evil 2 remake for the first time, and I'm stricken. Stricken, is that the word? I'm struck. That game's awesome. Have you guys played it?
Thunderstruck?
I've watched people play it, but
I've played about the first hour of it a few times. That type of game I don't like, but I think the quality is beyond amazing.
Dude,
Yeah. It's a crazy looking game, man.
yeah. I played the first one, like the HD remake, I think at the beginning of the year. It was the first time I'd ever played a Resident Evil game. And I loved that like sort of slow, methodical puzzle solving, but also horror experience. And the second one is just that, but like way better, dude.
better,
Like turned up to 100. It's so good, dude.
whenever it first came out, I think Connor, you bought it, right?
Yeah, I
And
own it. Yeah.
I had them on my Steam account, so I downloaded it, and I didn't even play it. I was like, Anakin, you're gonna play this, and I'm gonna walk you through it. And dude, I didn't even know what to expect, dude. Like right off the bat, he's fucking screaming, dude, because he's like, "What is happening right now?" And I'm just like, "I don't know what's happening." And he died so fast, it was game over. It was like,
Dude, the gas station scene at the beginning is like the scariest part of the whole game, and it
was
like
intense,
just throws
dude.
you into it, bro.
yes,
Like,
we were both just like, "What?"
and yeah, there's this part I just played through where you're like in the attic of the police station and you blow this barricade down, and there's like a medallion in there you're supposed to get to fit into a statue, and you hear like a thump behind you, and I like look and I see this corpse hanging from the ceiling, and I'm like, I think that was there, and then I like turn over and I'm trying to solve the puzzle, and then I hear a thump again, and I'm like, and then I look out and the corpse is laying on the ground, and I'm like, ah, shit. And I got the 3D audio on so I can like hear where everything is, and I went back to like solving the puzzle, and then I just hear it scream and it's right next to me, like just I don't know, man. And those moments are pretty rare in Resident Evil. Actually, there's not a lot of like jump scare stuff, but they hit.
When are they gonna remake Dino Crisis?
Yeah, I don't know.
Give us a remake of that and make it just as scary.
Yeah, that'd be
You know?
sick.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
People are asking for it. So when they made that, what was that game with all the bunch of dinosaurs and they came out of portals? Exoprimals.
Yeah,
Yeah, people were like, "What are you doing here?" What is it, Capcom?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah, like, what are you doing, Capcom? You got dinosaurs here, and like it's right there.
yeah. Just put it in RE Engine, dude. Like that would be sick.
Yeah. Me and Connor played the crap out of that when we were kids.
Yeah. It is a ridiculous looking game. Like it's got HDR and ray tracing, and yeah, I think that like because it says that my hardware doesn't support like frame rate mode, but when I play it, I don't feel like I'm playing it in 30. I feel like it might be like 40 or 45 or something. I don't know. So
You playing it on Steam?
no, my PS5.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Pretty fluid.
Yeah. Yep, it's great. I also bought and finished Murtaugh in like 2 weeks. Have you read that yet?
Like I've had it since Christmas. I need to finish it. I'm like, like the first like chapter, not like literal chapter, but like the first like 5 chapters is like the first section or whatever.
Yeah.
I've read that part of it where he's like already found like all the different like magical things or whatever at that like tavern. Mm-hmm. Or like I don't know if he finds stuff out. No, he doesn't he like fight some like people and then he brings it to the tavern to like find out like what it's all about. There's some witchy stuff.
Yeah,
there's some magical stuff that he finds.
Like meets up with some dude and he brings him some kind of like brimstone rock or something.
Yeah,
and he's
some
like,
weird.
what the hell's that? And then he
Yeah.
finds like some pigeon skull thing on him, and anyway,
exactly, yeah.
it starts this whole. But like, dude, the first half of the book is like pretty boring because a lot of it is just about Murtaugh and Thorn. But the
And
last half,
their
is-
abuse that they endured and all
yeah.
that. Yeah.
The second half's really good though.
At the hands of Galbatorix?
Yeah. Galbatorix. Dude, I always thought his name was like that's like when a kindergartner thinks of like a bad guy name. He's like Galbatorix. Like,
Pretty much.
but yeah.
He's got a face of a falcon and a lizard tail.
and bat wings. But it ended good. I mean, you can tell that he's rolling it into like probably a whole nother trilogy or something because
really?
there's a cliffhanger. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you read his other book?
Ancient Evil.
To Sleep in a Sea of Stars?
So I got halfway through that one.
Me too.
Yeah, I got to the part where they were on this like cargo ship and she met this woman below decks.
fucking do.
And the woman just reminded me of Angela the witch from Aragon, and I was like,
Me
oh,
too.
so this is just space Aragon.
Dude, it's the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
I got halfway through it and I was like digging the shit out of it. And I
Yeah.
was like, and then it got to there and I'm like, you lost me.
Yep.
You lost me.
Yep. It's an old lady
He's
with
gotta put his
prophecies.
sister. He's got to put his sister in everything. Is what it is. Because that's who that character is based off of. Is his sister. So it could be that.
Well, maybe now I give it another shot.
Yeah, that makes more sense now. Yeah. And like it was good, but I felt like when I started it, I was like, oh, so this is what mature Christopher Paolini feels like.
Because he wrote those when he was like 21, right? Or 18 or something.
Yeah.
I read something about it a while ago.
I think Aragon was self-published when he was like 18.
Yeah.
But
Crazy, man.
yeah, I didn't want to go back and finish it just to say I did, but yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
Doesn't she get like a freaking like symbiote on her kind of? And
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, there's a lot of cool like questions, that I was
Yeah.
like, I need to figure this out.
It's
but-
probably been about a year since I was getting to that. I
Yeah,
had
he
the,
did.
audiobook.
He had like a whole star map in the front of the book that showed like where all the colonies were and all the factions, and like he did his work. But it is Paulini at the end of the day. And I think I realized when I was reading Murtaugh that like I don't think I really like his writing that much, but I'm so invested in the Aragon universe that like I'm just gonna read whatever comes out because
Right.
it's
Overall story, really good. But some of the writing is kind of weak. Some of the dialogue specifically.
yeah. 'Cause there's like moments where I'm like, nobody acts that way.
Yeah.
Like, nobody would say that,
Yeah.
But
Especially like what Kyle says, all the dwarf stuff in the Aragon series, it gets really played out with all the Durskheim Ingetum and yeah, like,
yeah,
it's like
Oh, you're so fucking much of
the
it. in the
Ingetum
second-
clan.
in the second book, man.
yeah. I actually stopped reading the second book like 3 times because I was just like,
so
I
much
can't handle
more.
this shit, dude.
You can ask Connor. I can't get through
Yeah.
the second
He's
book.
like,
It drives me nuts, dude.
Aragon, you have to leave the war front to vote on who's going to be the next dwarf king, and you're like, really?
What am I reading every time I get like halfway through it, and I know I've been to like 100 pages left,
Yeah,
like a couple times.
yeah.
Me and Connor were talking about it like what 3 months ago, something like that. I was starting to go through it
I told
again.
him start on the third book.
I tried, but I was automatically.
Yeah.
I
You
was
didn't
like,
try.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I download. I got the audiobook, and I got through the first little bit, and I'm like, I don't know what is happening right now. And
That's stupid.
Hrothgar dead.
I feel it, man, because I want to fucking read it. I love that shit.
You should, if that's what's holding you back, listen to the end of Eldest. Then listen to the end. Listen to that battle, and then go
Yeah.
into
With the dragon.
Yeah,
like,
go to
and
the chapter called the Burning Plains
Yeah.
and finish from there.
that'll be what you would want to
Because
do.
there's a lot of bullshit in the second book that just doesn't matter.
But that final fight is really intense.
especially the whole road to get into like the elf place. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
dude.
But I think Brazinger was way better than the first 2, and then Inheritance is just better than all 3 combined, dude. It's so good.
Yeah, it's its own thing in a lot of ways.
But yeah, that's what I've been up to.
There's a lot of Aragon talk right there.
Yeah, this is the Aragon podcast.
Hell yeah. We're probably one of the only podcasts out there talking about Aragon.
Yeah,
Continue the fight.
Got to. Yeah.
Connor, where's Connor at?
Yeah.
Right here. Been pretty good this week. Yesterday I really pushed myself running. Like throughout the year I pushed myself in different ways. Like I was doing 2 miles for like a month and dialed back on that because I was really thinning out. You know what I'm saying? How that happens, David knows.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna switch back to a mile. And then yesterday when I ran, I'm like, I'm gonna push myself and see how fast I can run it because I hadn't tried to run as fast as I could all year. Clocked in at 6:44.
That's fast, dude.
I haven't ran that fast since high school, man.
Yeah.
It was. I'm like, dude, I'm
That's fast
proud.
as shit.
You know, proud of myself.
Feel like you're about to have a heart attack.
Yeah, I couldn't breathe for like an hour after
Yeah.
it, man. Seriously,
It's nice though, because like when you normally when you're running and you're getting like I normally run at like between a 9 and a 10 pace when I do my long runs, and it takes forever, dude. But if you run a mile as fast as you can, it's like, yeah, it sucks, but your little distance meter is going up so quick. You're just like, oh, this is okay. It's not gonna last forever.
And it was pretty intense because like I started off really quick. I'm like, I don't know if I can sustain this pace. And then like when I was at the like over halfway point, I was like hauling ass, dude. And I'm like, dude, I can't believe I'm doing this. Can't believe I'm doing this. Then at the very end, like the last like
Oh my gosh, dude. Could you hear fucking reverse flash in your head saying, run faster, Barry?
I saw lightning bolts, dude. I was just,
you gotta run faster.
but I felt like I was on that Olympic track though, for sure. Going for gold. But yeah, just at the very end, like the last 10th of the mile, that's when I felt it. I turned this corner going down the last street, and it was just like, oh. It just became so hard. It was like running in sand at that point, and I'm like, I finished it out hard, it was going to be a sub 6:30 time, but it ended up being 6:44 because of that end where I really slowed down a little bit, not a whole lot, but a little bit.
That's insane.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
The fastest I ever ran, I think, was like a 12:40 for a 2 mile in the Army. So it's like 6 minutes 20 seconds per mile for 2 miles.
That's really good,
Yeah.
dude. Holy crap.
I did that in Kuwait. Never ran that again, but it was probably had to do more with the air quality and stuff. But
Damn.
yeah, I haven't ran that fast since. So
I think my record for the 2 was 16:24, right in there.
yeah,
Or like 16:20, so a little over 8 minutes per mile.
I've never like pushed myself for speed. I always just try and get as much distance as I can. Because like if I do like a 6 or 7 or 8 mile or something somewhere in there, I'm always at like I start out at like 9.5 minute mile and then I end at like an 11-minute mile. And I'm not like because I'm not trying to really I don't know and it sucks too. Like but people tell me that the best way to increase speed over distance is to do intervals. Do like 30-second sprint, 1 minute walk, 30-second sprint, 1 minute walk, and that like trains your heart and your lungs to be able to keep up like at faster speeds. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the first month of running, like I started running in April, and like the first month, man, like every time I ran the mile, I was out of breath for like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes at least. But then after that, like once that went away, I liked running at that point. I always hated running because of the whole out of breath thing, you know, but I'd recommend running to people if you want to lose some weight. Also change your diet a little bit. Yogurt, man. I'm loving yogurt right now.
Yeah, dude.
Let me tell you.
Yogurt and cottage cheese.
I always thought I'd hate yogurt for the rest of my life, but that freaking key lime pie and the orange cream tastes like sherbet or whatever, you know? And it's like, I'm eating ice cream for breakfast. This is fun. But yeah, also the strawberry cheesecake is just so good, man. I love that stuff. But yeah, don't let people force Greek yogurt on you. I know Kyle tried to force it on me. Other people tried to force it on me.
Whoa, there was no forcing.
Yeah, so you held my mouth open.
Greek yogurt's delicious though, by the way.
Oh man,
I just gave out my flavors that I like.
He squeezed your face to where it was like this,
Dude, those
and he shoved it in.
those Chobani flips though, man. Those things hit pretty hard.
Connor sees me eat one of those every morning.
Yeah.
Most mornings.
I mean, I probably could try them again, but I don't know. Maybe one of these days.
They're pretty bitter.
One of these days, you know.
They are pretty fucking bitter.
Yeah.
It's an acquired taste for sure.
Yeah, it's not like eating ice cream for breakfast, for sure.
Some of them are. Some of them aren't.
Yeah.
Dude, while we're on the discussion of tasty treats, freaking, I found out, remember the tangerine Altoids when we were little? I found out that those still exist over in Europe. So I'm going to try to see if I can scout my way to finding me some tangerine Altoids in some way.
You can get them, bro. There's websites just dedicated to you getting your European sweets.
I'm going to get me my tangerine Altoids, dude.
Turkish delights.
Tangerine Altoids, I've been thinking about them cutting up my mouth for the last 10 years, man.
Yeah, a decade
I miss
at
them.
least.
He likes the pain of payment.
Dude, I forgot about those
small
things.
section is pygmy-sized cuts. Would you be my little tangerine? Would you be my little toy? These references on a podcast. Deep cut too.
Yeah,
Deep cut.
Not too many people are going to understand
Not
that
even a
reference, but yeah.
Deep cut.
Good references. Love them.
What else is going on with you, Connor? You reading any books right now?
Yeah, reading that All-Star Superman. I'm like 6-ish chapters. There's like 12 chapters in it. So it's a pretty interesting Superman comic.
Nice.
Definitely gonna finish that, and then I'm gonna go into the other comics that I haven't finished, and then I'm gonna read Murtag. Like this is part of a multi-stage plan of reading before I go to sleep now.
That's why I took all
That's
the
what
books
I do,
off my
dude.
shelf.
Yeah. Every night at 10, everything stops and I read until I pass out. That's how I get all my shit done.
It's like I do miss like doing something that doesn't involve technology before bed. You know, it's like I don't have to deal with that blue light because I know that's what's keeping me awake at night. I know it.
It came to him in a dream.
Shut my eyes. Blue light. Ah. Oh man. But yeah, I'm excited to just finish out that comic. Read that 8 billion genies that Kyle got me as well. I'm gonna read that.
Hurry up and read that shit because I want to read it so
There's
bad.
8 billion
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah, because everybody's got their own genie, man.
What if everybody gets a genie one day?
Oh, that's cool.
And then it shows like a period of like what is it? The first like day and the first like 4 years and then like the first 99 years. Like it has like big leaps. So
That
it shows,
sounds awesome.
shows like the repercussions of everybody having their dream and or their fucking wish. Man, it looks so cool. The art style looks kind of like an old Walking Dead kind of art style, right? Would you say so?
It looked like that, yeah.
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 I just like getting people books as presents. I really think
very
that's a
cool,
cool
yeah.
thing to have, you know,
Yeah.
something you can hold.
Some smell.
Physical media.
And have your dog eat.
Yeah.
Have your dog.
I'm all about physical media,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to music, for sure.
I mean, I wish I still had some of those little porno mags, man. No,
Yeah, you guys remember that one we found under the bridge?
yeah, that dick. Yeah, I wish I had that black and white photo of that dick, man. Holy shit. What I would do with that today.
Dude, I remember that one time we were going to David's house and there was that old abandoned building on the left side of the road, you know what I'm talking about? That we swear, it looked like it was like a colonial building or something.
Right,
It
yeah.
probably wasn't, but...
Probably just an old shed or something.
And I remember one time we were riding and I was looking over to the left. I'm like, dude, there's pages out there. And we went out there and sure enough, bro, porn. Why do you find porn in the fucking woods?
Yeah.
It's just like something you find.
Yeah.
Dude, Jacob and
Where you
I,
find it.
when I think I was in first grade, we were walking to like our friend's house, and we went in this. It was like a stormwater drainage ditch, and there was a bridge, and we went under the bridge, and there was like a loose rock in the wall of this tunnel, and there was a porno mag behind this rock. Like, I don't understand how. Like,
Can you imagine? Can you imagine being an adult and being like, okay, I'm gonna go to that fucking man. I'm gonna go to that hole over there. I'm gonna jerk off. It's so crazy, dude.
or just like, I gotta hide this from my wife, and I can't keep it in the house. So you like put it in your coat, like sneaking around like you stole something.
Man, when I was a kid and we would go on these bike rides, like we had like a pretty much like a route that we would always take, and part of that route we would always go by the old Crown Video that was by Gateway,
Yep.
and it's a long time ago. You would have been like 10 or 11 or something like that.
It
Whenever
was
they,
across the street from our medic.
yeah, by Skateland.
From Mower Medic?
By skate. Yeah.
Whoa, dude.
It's like it's a pharmacy now. I want to say right.
It is a pharmacy now.
I don't remember that at all.
Well, I do because I lived right by it, and now I ride my bike by it almost every single day. They had like one section of it that was literally like, I would say probably like maybe a 4 or 5 step drop, you know, like no stairs. So we would ride our bikes off it. But if you looked inside like the old Crown Video when it was all completely torn down, there was still like a couple shelves up, and on one of those shelves was like 6 or 7 VHSs of just porno, like sitting in there. And we were just like, dude, they took everything out of there, but they left those 7 pornos. They gotta be the worst pornos of all time. And we would ride our bikes by there every single time and be like, dude, there's pornos still in there. And then one day we drove by or went by, they were gone. Someone, I don't know, someone got them.
Some sexual deviant.
Whoever had access to get in, because it didn't look like it was broken into.
Just looking to get their jimmies. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, man.
We'd make a left right there at that Crown Video, then head down towards the Shriners Club. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
The old Shriners Club.
The old glory hole.
Good times. Also watching The Golden Bachelorette. There's 3 episodes out.
The Golden Bachelorette?
The Golden Bachelorette. So
Are you really watching?
They're going
it?
retriever
I'm
on that or
actually watching
something?
it.
What's going on?
no, like I saw on like a late night show, a clip of some of the guys on there because they're all older dudes. So you can imagine how kind of like funny that can be. And there is some funny parts, but it is very emotional, and there's a lot of trauma because they've all lost their partners. Well, most of them have lost their partners to, you know, cancer or other illnesses and stuff.
Interesting.
But yeah, Yeah, it's interesting. A lot of it's an ad for like products and stuff. Like this last one is they had
Live
this-
Moss.
Yeah, exactly. It's Taco Bell Live Moss all over again.
My wife died. Taco Bell Live Moss. How did your wife pass away? Oh, she fell into a cheese crater. A giant fucking cheese crater. Live Moss.
But yeah, this last episode they had like a one of the group dates. They had like half the dudes in it. It was like a kickball tournament thing. They had a kickball game. It was sponsored by Quaker Oats. So like there's a lot of Quaker Oats stuff. They even like what some of them were like eating bowls of it, you know. And it was like it was the kind of bowl that's not a real bowl of cereal, you know. It's just like, oh my god, what are you guys
Like
doing?
literal small bowls.
No, like the fake ones that you would see in a commercial where it's like instead of milk it's actually like icing or whatever, or like mashed potatoes or you know that kind of thing. Because like one of the like main dudes that is not necessarily like a host, but he kind of delivers stuff here and there.
Yeah.
He takes a scoop out of one, and it's like it looks like the thickest scoop of cereal that you've ever seen in your life. Because there's like. You would expect milk to run off of it. No. It was like a cream.
He's old, man.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a good kickball.
It was probably badger milk. It was probably full of badger milk.
Something like that, yeah. But it was cool watching these dudes go at it because they were all like going for it, dude. You see dudes like did that dude break his hip there? You know, like that kind of thing.
Are they actually like old, like 50s and up, or like?
They're like 60s and up.
Oh,
I saw
Yeah.
one scene where they're like all collected around a barbecue, and they're like talking about how they would grill. Mm-hmm. And like one guy is like, "No, you grill like this." Like, no, I've been grilling for a long time. This is how you grill.
Yeah, there's a lot of that kind of-
That's how you get a fucking war starter with a bunch of 60-year-old
Exactly.
men.
And that's the clip. I was like, maybe I need to watch this show.
Yeah, it's there's good times on it to be had, but there's definitely like the first episode, a lot of people meeting her for the first time, embarrassing themselves and stuff like that, or like forgetting what to say because they're like blown away because she is a pretty older,
Pretty good looking.
Yeah.
She does look pretty good.
and most of it is like you know the camera and the makeup and stuff like that. But I mean, she's had work done too. You could tell based on her older photos to her photos now.
I'm gonna look this lady up.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I can't stop thinking of like my husband died because he didn't have Firestone tires. He flew off of a bridge.
It pretty much is that. Yeah.
You could tell that
all
she
I
was
could
probably
think of.
smoking hot, like before the wrinkles.
She's not bad. She's 61, I'm pretty sure. Something like that.
I mean, that's pretty solid for 61.
not bad for
you know?
61.
Hey, I would get with her now.
I mean,
I don't give a
I wouldn't
fuck.
blame you.
Would.
I would. I would.
I mean, of course, you know, since they're on a show, she's being dolled up really nice. And
Yeah.
She seems like a kind person, so there's more to her than just her looks. And see a lot of guys opening up and being very emotional and vulnerable and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
imagine that the level of like personal affection that you express at that age is probably a lot deeper than what most people would at our age or younger. you
Yeah,
know? Like
there's
it's,
still a lot of making out though. But yeah, there is a lot of more of a.
but she's making out with everybody.
Not everybody.
Oh, like more than
Only
one
some people.
somebody
But a lot of guys are kissing and having success, you know.
kissing each other.
God, can you imagine the taste she's tasting? Like probably old tobacco flavors,
Yeah.
maybe dead teeth.
Yeah, but hey,
Nothing like that dead tooth smell.
yeah,
Like, yeah, dude.
yeah, and you gotta think like maybe that is good to do beforehand, like
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
know what it's like to
You may even want to consummate beforehand. You know,
at least
because
just feel
but-
around.
Yeah.
Definitely check for oral cancers, that's for sure.
Yeah. Can you just lean your head back like checking for oral cancer? Just gonna feel around your jaw a
That's
little
how
bit.
the fucking limousine intros start. It's like them checking their throats first for the other car. You do anything else?
Aside for that, not really. Yeah, I need to think of a new dish to cook and try to figure out how to master and all that. You know.
It's pretty good stuff down there at that Asian market. Mm-hmm. Have you been there yet? It's pretty good stuff down there.
Tell me more. Where's the Asian market at?
It's on 7th, like, Granny Schaefer's used to be in that shopping center. Now there's like a bargain bin place and a Mexican place. There used to be a Family Video in that one.
Okay.
You know where American Ramp Company is? Okay. Go down 7th toward Taco Bell.
It's Connors.
Okay.
It's
Yeah. I know
it's
where
like-
Arc is. Yeah.
yeah.
right behind EGS, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in that little shopping center before Taco Bell on the right-hand side if you're headed towards Kansas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They got ramen, tons of ramen.
You know, I
We
was
got
thinking-
ramen, more ramen, and if you want ramen,
Do they have like octopus or anything like that? Or they do?
They have these like freezers in the back just full of squid and octopus and like 20
what
different
about
kinds of
octopi?
fish. And
I want to have octopus pie.
I'm sure you can make yourself an octopi. And they've got like refrigerators full of like produce, like mushrooms and different like roots and all sorts of stuff.
some frozen cats.
Dude, I might. I need to go check that place out because they probably got spices too, right?
Yeah.
I need
Yeah.
some
They
of
got
those.
everything you need, man. If you're like an old Asian lady and you were displaced in the Americas,
I bet you could straight up
So-
walk up to one of those people in there and go, "How do I make some good ramen? Give me your instructions."
yeah.
So I could go in there and get the type of ramen noodles that I would take and eat at, like, say, a fancy restaurant.
I mean, you could probably make them with ingredients that you buy from there.
Damn
but
it, David! I was
you-
hoping I was gonna get some instant good noodles, not just the crappy standard.
Yeah, no. I mean, they have this one type of noodles called samyang they're really, really spicy, but they're super good. Like, I'll make them and I'll put some chicken drumsticks in there, some mushrooms and rice cakes and stuff.
So is ramen is that like a rice noodle? Do we know what that noodle is made out of? Like, what is it?
I don't know.
Is it just
Let's-
is it like a noodle? It's not like a normal noodle, like an Italian noodle.
A noodle?
It's
I have no idea.
It's plastic mixed with Shermer Williams paint. I'm pretty sure. If you get the right mixture, you
Lead based.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And wood.
But yeah. Cedar. We'll see what I'm gonna figure out as far as like dishes to cook. I probably would like to eventually learn how to bake some sort of good dessert. Like our Aunt Tanya, she makes this Mississippi mud. I've always wanted to learn how to cook that, so I think I'm gonna ask her for that recipe.
That would be sweet.
So that's me. That's my week. Nothing else really going on.
Man, I would love to learn how to make peanut brittle.
You can make it easy, dude.
I bet I could if I looked it up. I
Bet I could.
just don't know anything about it. But peanut brittle's so fucking good, dude.
Yeah, it is.
We need to do like an extra episode of just us cooking that we never fully did. You know what I'm saying?
Cooking with friends.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
tried to film one episode, but the lighting was all jacked up, so I just scrapped it. But we like Rachel cooked gumbo and we filmed it, and
Yeah, we
Be
didn't do
super
a lot of
fun.
things right on that shoot. There's more than just one problem with it. So
yeah, we could do it
We
again.
didn't have a great plan going into it.
yeah, and we weren't really.
No one was director, really.
Yeah, nobody was really prepared for it either.
Right. I'd like to have us all cook. Try to cook a beef Wellington. That would be sweet.
That would be fun, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like it fails. That's the fun part.
Probably would, yeah.
Yeah. I think it'd be a fun thing to do, or everybody try to make their own brittle. Like that'd be sweet. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bito.
Cooking with friends, like David said.
How's your week going, Kyle?
Dude, it's been good. Watch that Penguin show. Pretty awesome. Today is my 1 year of sobriety.
Hey.
From alcohol.
Oh boy, it's been an interesting year because I've lost like 20 pounds, worked out a lot, getting back into it, especially seeing how ripped my wife is. I was like, dude, I can't have her being like way stronger than me. She's freaking ripped, but I won't talk about that much more. But yeah, man,
Yeah, you're so weak.
Very, very weak.
You little baby.
Very weak. Yeah. Oh man, I was thinking about with how good that Penguin show is, dude. I was thinking about how the Harry Potter series, how good that shit's gonna be, dude.
It's gonna pop. Yeah.
Dude, I just don't want to wait till 2026, man.
Right.
Like,
Long
It's
way
a long
away.
time. Yeah. Long time.
I bet it's gonna be good because every season's gonna be a book.
yeah.
Hopefully
And they can really show you everything. Like, there was so much missing from the books.
Like most of the Grindelwald stuff is missing, and we got it in the freaking Fantastic Beasts stuff. It was like, man, I don't even want to give that shit. Oh, I don't even want to watch it, dude. It sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those books are so good, man.
Yeah. There's a lot of details that aren't in the movies.
And I really hope they do an 8th season that is like the freaking Cursed Child, man. I want to see Cursed Child.
That'd be dope, yeah.
You think they will?
I don't know. Do you think I'm the Harry Potter expert, Kyle?
It'd be really cool if they could, for that 8th season, if it does really good, be like, they could get back the original cast. Because, I mean, I know you couldn't get Snape, McGonagall, a lot of those
Yeah.
teachers back, but it'd be cool if they would just replace, because those kids are only going to be like, I don't know, 16, 17 when the show ends. It's kind of hard to make those kids look like parents. But whatever, they might be able to do it. They did it to the rest of the cast.
It was ridiculous.
You'd have to recast them, man. There's no way.
Jenny went from being hot to not real fast.
And we can say that because we were the same age as them when those movies came out.
Yep.
Yep.
And Harry was starting to be baldy. If you know what I'm saying.
Now she got a baldy.
But there's so much more they could do with like Voldemort and his like background and all the stuff with him when he's when he's Tom Riddle, you know.
Yeah.
Man, did you ever read those books, Jackson?
I read up to Order of the Phoenix and didn't finish them. But that's because I got to a point in my school career where I wasn't forced to read it anymore. And so I was like, well, I don't have to do this anymore. I'm good. I was not a big novel reader.
AR points suck.
Yeah, they really do.
When you're
suck.
forced to do something, it's never enjoyable.
Yeah.
Look, when you're told at a young age, 7th grade, that you have a 12th grade reading level, you got to step your game up and read novels. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's what I did, bro.
I mean, I had that reading level too. I just
read-
said, fuck that. I don't want to do it.
I remember one year because I had a 12th grade reading level. They were like, you have to have 50 AR points, and I was like, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is 50 AR points. I'll just read that.
I went for Harry. I went for fucking. I think it was the Silmarillion instantly.
Oh my god, dude!
And I was like, "What am I reading?"
Can't keep up with this.
Why is this in a middle school?
Yeah, man. It was like, and then I was like, okay, maybe the Two Tower or the Fellowship of the Ring will be better. It was like, nope, way over my head, dude. It was like, this is intense. It was like reading Genesis almost. It was like, this is
Yeah.
this is crazy, dude. But yeah. Because I mean, when you're given the gift of being smart, like when you've had your whole life of feeling dumb as fuck, and then you're like, you're at a 12th grade level, my friend. It's like, fuck yeah, time to exploit that shit. I'm gonna read all these baller books just to be fucking brought back down.
Yeah.
Mere hours later.
Yeah.
Nope, you are. You're a fucking idiot. You can just read.
You can read children's books really fast.
It's basically like all this is like, oh, you can just pronounce the words very good. You're good at reading them and pronouncing them.
And like,
Right,
if they only knew that the only reason I knew how to read good is because I played shit tons of Final Fantasy.
Yeah, dude.
And like I tell Rachel that sometimes. And she's like, "You're just trying to say words." I'm like, "No, it's because I fucking played Final Fantasy." Like, there's all those.
Yeah.
It makes you read.
Legend of the Dragoon with its awful English translation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But still a good story overall.
Yeah. Hella good.
yeah, not dumb.
Read Jackson.
How's your week?
It's been pretty good. It was my mom's birthday this week, so I got to go eat with the family at the new place in Neosho, like off the square. It's like a steakhouse type place, and I was like, special occasion, I'm gonna get surf and turf.
Let me get the ribeye.
Fuck that. Never again.
You learned your lesson.
Yeah.
Oh, it was prime rib, right?
Yeah, prime rib.
Prime rib. Yeah.
But might as well have been fucking prime rib because I asked for it to be like medium rare and they brought it out to me like half rare and then the other is blue as fuck.
Dude, that
Like the last 3 bites of my steak, like I just chose not to eat it because I was like, dude, this is just still raw meat.
yeah. That shit happened to me at Outback like 3 weeks ago or something.
That's
It
disgusting.
was like for Mandy and I's anniversary. I got a maybe I don't know, was it a ribeye? What's like the T-bone with the? It's like a T-bone, but it's bigger. Anyway, this huge steak, and I cut into it. And was like, what is this? Like,
You sent it back?
oh yeah, dude. Like, are you? I paid $28 for this thing. Like, you guys still don't know how to cook this?
oh,
Like, I mean, I didn't say that, you know,
I
but.
paid market price for this.
I've done bullshit like that.
Dude, I mean, but for real, like I don't understand how steakhouses are the only places where you go to get a steak and it's cooked wrong. Like, it drives me nuts, man. It really
I'm a
does.
vegetarian at home and I cook my steaks the right way.
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
Anyway, continue, Jackson.
Well, anyway, got my mom like a
That diamond ring.
no, not a diamond ring. I got her like this like
Jackson's got a job.
fucking necklace from JCPenney that had like an opal in it. Because like the October birth rock or whatever.
Okay, nice.
And it fucking cost a bit too. So I was like, fucking do this. I did not realize that the fucking whenever the lady was like putting it in the box, she like took everything off of it except for the fucking price tag. And that pissed me off because I didn't want my mom to see the price. It was expensive. I was like, no, you're not supposed to know I spent this money on you. But
Damn.
Was she like happy though? Was she
yeah.
grateful? Yeah.
yeah, it was like as soon as she saw the price, she's like, oh, you didn't know. So I was like, love you.
That's good. That's a good son right there.
Heck yeah.
Good
Good
stuff,
job,
Jack.
So
Made your mom happy on that
Yeah.
one.
and
And that was like your big spend for your first paycheck.
yeah, from the new job, I should say, which is going swimmingly, by the way.
Like it more than your last job?
I mean, it's not bad. The only thing I wish I could do more here is just be able to put my phone up, like, and just have it play like Hulu or Netflix or something. And I don't even have to watch it. I just want to be able to have that option. But other than that, it's not bad.
Right on.
So
Unfortunately, I was the first person to ever reject Jackson's work at work, but whatever.
yep.
Just how cookie crumbles. Yep.
Oh, is he working at
The same place we work? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good catch.
We work at the same place now.
Yeah.
That's where we work. There.
Possibly Bo too.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Possibly.
Possibly. Maybe.
Potentially.
He walked through the other day, so.
Got his foot in the door.
Yo, had a thought.
First time that happened to you?
Yeah. And I've lost it. No.
Where am I?
He dies. Really.
The brain couldn't take the thought. It overloaded his
Too
system.
many synapses fired. Are there any toys from your childhood that you still think about that you're like, man, I wish I could have freaking had that?
Yeah. I mean, I can think of a few.
Those
Yeah.
like we had them, but like the guns that shot the big like orange balls out of them. You remember those?
Yeah.
Yeah, those were cool. I wish I could have some more of those. We had them, but it's like I don't know. That's just the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah, we also had the ones that kind of shot out ping pong balls.
That's the one I'm talking about, like
Okay.
the big ones.
Yeah.
Not the airsoft.
I always wanted a nice pair of rollerblades that you could grind and shit. Ever
That's a
since
good
I
one.
watched Brink, I was like, dude, this is my calling. I was
Yeah.
like, this is what I'm going to do when I'm older. Fuck working at wherever I'm working at now.
Jackson was this close to being that guy that got made fun of at the skate park. No, honestly though, like as an adult, like being at the skate park and seeing dudes doing crazy shit on rollerblades, I'm like mad respect for these guys. Honestly, like they go pretty hard. But I always loved like the branded Beast Wars Transformers a lot. I know they came out with like the re-releases recently, but that original line they did like in the late 90s, early 2000s was so good.
Oh, you don't have to tell me those are not the same quality as the old ones.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, how many? I think I had 2 of them. I had a Cheetor, and I think I had a is it Rat Trap? And
Yeah.
I lost so many pieces off of them because I was a stupid kid.
That depth charge is first run, and so is that Cheetor, wherever it is, Cheetor up there.
Nice.
But yeah, I've got 2 of the first runs. Jackson one day was like, dude, we just got 2. We got a bunch of these Transformers in at vintage stock, and I was like, oh, I'll be there, dude.
Dude, even the Beast Machines were solid. Like,
Yes.
I didn't like the show as much, but
I love the show.
and then also the Lego when they had like the castles with the horses and the knights.
Yes.
Those old big Lego sets.
Like the legit old ones. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were like $40, whereas probably if they came out with them today, they'd be like $300 because Legos are just expensive now.
It's dumb, man. It really is. It's a simple brick made of plastic. I kind of wish I would have had more Connects. Like we used to play with some Connects. I wish we would have had like a whole room full of Connects because those things are sick.
Yeah.
We'd make all kinds of weird shit out of those.
Roller
But the original. Sorry, go ahead.
I just said roller coasters.
But back to the original question of like toys that you wish you had that everyone else kind of had, sort of Beyblades, man. The original all metal Beyblades.
Yeah.
Let it
My
rip.
parents just said, "Fuck no." They're like, nope. They were like, "Wait, what? It costs like how much for just this thing? And then you gotta buy more pieces and more pieces."
In an arena,
But you get to battle.
yeah,
you get to
They just
let
saw
rip.
it as like, no, this is a money pit. These things break too. Fuck.
I feel like you guys, Connor and Kyle, like made fun of them a lot for like a week, and then I came over one day and you both had one,
Probably.
And
yeah,
then-
that sounds about right.
but you didn't have an arena.
That's something they would do.
and you
Make
guys
fun
were
of me
like
until they got it.
begging your parents for an arena, but I think the arena sets were like $25 or something, but it came with a Beyblade and an arena, or 2 Beyblades in an arena, and eventually you guys got one. But
Yeah.
pretty hype.
Yeah, they're cool. We would battle in like different like bigger bowls, you know, for like cooking and baking and mixing ingredients. And like
mom's salad bowls.
yeah, and then when those metal Beyblades hit that plastic, they would sometimes just shatter those bowls.
Oh,
man.
shit.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah, those
seen
things are
people
hefty,
like
man.
with the original ones, like the all metal ones, and they would battle in like a sink, and it would just break the fucking sink, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
I was like, yeah, this thing is a spinning blade.
Yeah.
It's all metal, and you just as hard as you could.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the plastic arenas even that you would buy that like Dave was talking about, they would break. Like you'd battle like for I don't know a day, and they would just end up busting a side out or whatever.
Dude,
you know?
they're so cheaply made. Like I remember when you guys bought one, because they were like, it had to have been like $30 or $40 for the set with the arena, and you got the arena out, and it was like packaging plastic.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this shit,
the thinnest
dude?
plastic you've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah.
We would freaking go let it rip, and we would have these long turbo like launchers, or
Yeah.
whatever. And
Yeah.
we'd slap each other in the face and shit.
Yeah.
There's nothing like getting ripped in the like right across the face like with those, dude.
Yeah,
Man.
getting ripped.
That's Beyblade battling.
Let it rip. Yeah.
Beyblades are awesome.
Dude, we were always so poor, but I wanted one of those freaking little drive around cars. You know what I'm saying? Those little like power wheels.
Dude.
We had one.
Yeah, we
For a
had
little
one, but we never had batteries for them because we were poor as fuck.
Yeah, the battery's always fucked. Yeah.
Yeah, we always just had one battery, and you know they would take forever to charge, and then you'd only be able to use them for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Battery technology back in the day.
Usually
sucked.
we were both riding on it, so it would drain the battery.
Dude,
faster.
that is one of those things where like I lament not ever having one, because those things were dope.
like Connor.
having a car as a kid, man.
Yeah. Fucking, I didn't have one of those either. He said what I had was the play school red bottom yellow top
Yeah.
thing. You had the fucking
Flintstone.
yeah Flintstone that thing, dude. And if you put your you could easily just break both of your feet if you were
Yeah,
so
dude.
easy.
Or lose all the skin on the top of your feet because they're dragging behind you.
Like
Yeah.
bomb a hill in that thing and just lose your feet.
Yeah, you're just hitting your shins like crazy.
Oh my God.
Your knees and bang, 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 bang.
I remember the first time I caught too much speed in that thing. I was like, got scared. I was like, oh shit.
And so quickly it gets speed wobbles. It's just like left, right, left, right, left. It's just fucking topples.
Steering wheel
dude.
didn't work. There was just a steering wheel, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
So insane.
It's like every wheel's omnidirectional.
It was essentially a floor scooter, but you could sit in it.
just a big old shopping cart, man. So stupid.
I used to see them like little square scooter things in like kindergarten and preschool and think like, if my parents loved me, they would get me one of those. I don't know what I would fucking do with it.
Yeah.
Man, if they only loved you.
They never did.
Never did.
With those Power Wheels, my brother and sister could never push me in it because they were smaller than me, so I would always have to push you guys. And I'd push you guys all over the freaking yard running so fast. Remember that?
Yeah, good times, yeah.
Yeah. Remember that.
All right, I just remembered it, so there it is.
Oh my God. Jackson, you had a cool idea for this week.
Yeah, dude. It's a Halloween. Or not Halloween, it's October. It's the
Spooky.
first week of October here.
Spooky season.
So, we've talked about horror movies and stuff like that in the past, but we've never talked about this one. Let's try to see if we can come up with who's the sexiest horror villains in the game.
Okay.
In video
Sexiest.
games?
In horror media.
Horror.
Horror media.
Who are the sexiest whores in horror?
Oh, boy. Ay.
I can't hear the word horror without thinking of freaking, what's his name? Frank Reynolds.
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
It's Always Sunny.
Yeah. It's always I always hear whore in his mouth. It's like, your mom was a filthy, filthy whore. But
I always think of Hook Horror, which is like a monster in D&D, I believe, right? Let me look it up.
Hook horror?
Horror.
Oh.
horror. We're talking about horrors here, David.
Don't you want a Hook Horror, David?
I mean, if Diablo counts, I think that chick in the Diablo 4 is pretty, she's pretty fire.
The
Talking
devil?
about Lilith?
Yeah. I mean, is that what we're going for? Or like, what is that movie called? It's like that chick that is an alien, but she looks human, and then
You talking about the movie Species?
yeah, Species was always pretty hot.
Yeah. that I was a perverted little kid when I watched that.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to have sex with an alien when I was a little
jeez.
kid. Dude, Elvira? Bruh.
Elvira.
You trying to tell me you don't know Elvira?
Elvira?
Elvira,
Elvira.
whatever the fuck her name
Is he
is.
talking about aloe vera? or
Aloe vera? Aloe vera.
Like that.
Yeah. See, okay, I never watched anything like. I didn't watch Elvira. I don't know. Was
I
it
never
just
watched
one
it
movie
either.
or
I
was it a
just know
series?
that it's like horror, somewhat based, and some girl showed me this video. It was like, this is her, and it was her on stage, and she's got tassels on, and she's like, spin this one, spin them both at the same time, and I was like, talent. So
Yeah, she is kind of like the poster child for like sexy horror babes.
I just mainly remember her like hosting movie marathons.
Yeah. In Collins.
Yeah,
and stuff,
dude. Like Halloween season. Yeah. Okay.
On ABC Family.
I'm on it now.
I don't know if it's ABC Family or not.
You know Buffy. Buffy's there.
Buffy is there. What about Samara from The Ring?
Total babe.
Yeah. Talk about it.
I'm just screwing with you.
Medusa.
Medusa. Hell yeah. I could dig some Medusa.
Yeah, dude, Medusa. Because it's whatever you think of in your head, man. So just think of the hottest Medusa ever.
So
There you go.
She's so hot, dude.
There you go, man.
Fuck yeah, bro.
What'd yours look like, Tom Brady?
God, so hot.
I mean, not a villain, but Mila Jovovich, Resident Evil. Should throw that out there.
Okay.
Or Kate Beckinsale from.
All right, dude. All right, dude.
Yeah.
You're just naming some of the world's hottest women at this
Yeah,
point.
but they're okay. Fair enough.
For me, the Bride of Frankenstein. She's always generally a lot more attractive than Frankenstein's monster. You know what I'm saying? And I'm never sure if I should call her, the Bride of Frankenstein or the Bride of Frankenstein's monster. It doesn't really make all that much sense, but
Because Frankenstein didn't actually marry her. That's
exactly.
Dude,
But she usually has some boobies though,
yeah.
and I like the streak of gray. Streaks of gray,
All of the vampire Dracula's wives from that Van Helsing movie with Hugh Jackman.
Yeah. As soon as
They
you
were
started
super
saying
hot.
vampire wives, I'm like, Helsing.
Yeah. Angelina Jolie, Beowulf.
Oh my God, don't get me started.
Am I wrong?
I'm on the side that I think Angelina Jolie's a smoke show. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
when I was growing up, that was like every girl that I talked to, they'd be like, Angelina Jolie's the one I would cross over for. I'd be like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So the mom from Evil Dead Rise, she's a smoke show.
Yeah, man, kind of. For real. I mean, the chick from the 2013 one was pretty hot too. Mm-hmm. Did you guys ever have like a crush on Sabrina, the Teenage Witch, when it aired?
I thought
the
she
time,
was pretty, but I didn't really like crush on her.
Was the
wanted
witch
to hang with-
aspect like more? Did it do more for you or less?
Less, but I wanted to hang out with Salem.
Yeah,
That was my thing. It's like, dude, I bet that
the
cat is
robot cat.
so cool, man.
Kyle, throw one in.
Evolution's happening right now. Where are you growing your second penis at?
The second
I've
penis?
got one in the front. I should put one in the back somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
His tail is just a dick.
Tail, exactly. Exactly. It's in the right location. It's just when you go in one way, you come out the other, it's pushing the other way, so it's like a
Connor wants to fuck his own butt.
no, it's just like it's like I'll be like the cream in a sandwich, like a cream cookie. Oatmeal cream cookie. I'm the cream, and then I got the two bread on the each side.
I think I would just put one right on top of the other. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it make more sense. It'd make a lot more sense.
I don't know.
I would either put it right on top of it, or if I could, just like, two next to each other.
Yeah.
And then I could go knock around.
You slap them together, pop them.
Exactly.
twist them right into it like a snake.
What if you just grew one on each pectoral instead of areolas?
You only get one.
Okay, one areola.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot of places you could put another dick. Or too many places you'd even want one, to be honest with you.
Right.
I mean,
Well,
the whole finger.
I mean, 'cause you should.
What about retractable dick? Right. Retractable dicks.
Just your,
Dick
your
claws.
nose.
Snicked. Dude, I mean, would you want to put it in your armpit? Because you kind of want to hide it, right? And you want to protect it.
Yeah.
So in the armpit,
I mean, so you're saying it has balls?
Does it have balls?
it's you gotta have balls, right?
I don't think you do, because you already got a set of balls.
Okay.
Creating sperm and all that.
Right.
What's the second dick shootout?
Sperm.
Lemonade.
I'm thirsty. All right, Dan.
Armpit's not a bad spot in terms of protection.
Yeah, I mean,
Would you hide it like
kinda.
right here under your beard?
Like
kinda
Hugh
sheathed?
Jackman in the movie 43.
That part's ridiculous, man.
The movie's so good though.
Yeah, I'd say probably like Jackson said, you either stack it or you do like a finger thing. Yeah.
I'd probably attach
Touch your
it.
middle finger.
I'd probably just attach it to my shin, just so I could say I have addiction. You get it? Addiction.
Addiction that you just can't quit. Yeah.
We do get it, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Interesting question.
Yeah,
Next.
I was thinking about this morning. The next inverse of that, where are you going to hide your vagina? Do you just put it in your armpit and then kind of try to do this whole motion?
I ain't got no vagina.
Jackson does.
I mean, if I guess I just throw it in the gooch, you know?
Throw it in the.
There's already a spot there between the
Oh, I
balls and
get
the
you.
butthole.
Okay.
Go ahead and just get it to gooch.
Yeah. The shame alley is what I call it.
Nice.
Well, there's our name of the episode.
Call it the roulette is what I call it. It's like, pick your poison.
David, you said you had some horror themed stuff?
Well, it was just for my yo dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wow.
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 Wow. Do we go ahead and move into Yo Dude? Check this out.
Wow.
Might as well,
okay.
right?
Yeah, all right.
Move out of move out of Shame Valley into yo dude.
Holy shit, it's 7 o'clock already.
The
Yeah,
shame hole.
exactly.
Yo, dude. Hey, yo, what's up? Check this out. Yo, dude. Yo, dude. Hey, yo, what's up? Check this out. Yo, dude.
Yo, dude, check this out. Jackson got me a birthday present, and my birthday was like a month and a half ago. So this is awesome. Didn't expect it. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
It'll
dog.
get used. It'll get thrown. I won't lose it. So this is now 2 discs in my bag from Jackson.
Cheers.
Shout out.
Word.
Chase.
Good
what-
friend and a good son.
And I would have got it to you sooner
If you had a job.
if I had a job. Now I got one, so.
Dude
we
got
good.
me a destroyer and a gator. 2 of the discs I throw the most.
Hells yeah.
Very good.
Yo, dude, check this out. So you know, like spooky urban legends, right? Like the Spook Light and the Jersey Devil and
The Jersey Shore.
Ghost dogs.
ghost dogs.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
My aunt and uncle experienced ghost dogs one time. No joke, but hey,
Hell yeah.
teach their own.
Yeah, don't laugh.
Well, no, I was laughing because it was a very just like a like there was no elaboration. It was just like
It's just ghost dog, man. There's not a whole lot to the story
yeah.
other than they're-
Sasquatch and
Ghost dog.
so
Elizabeth Taylor.
Elizabeth Taylor. When I lived in North Carolina, I found this beer that I really liked, and it was a triple called the Devil's Tramping Ground. And I was like, that's a really specific and odd name for a beer, right? So I like Googled it one day, and I found out that in Bear Creek, North Carolina, there's an urban legend about a dry, arid, burnt patch of land that's like 40 feet across in a circle in the middle of the woods. And I guess because it was dry and dead and burnt, they like made up a story that like every so often the devil comes up out of the hole, out of hell there, and then paces around the circle trying to think up new diabolical schemes, you know? But
I thought it was gonna be like he comes up and he's got the beers.
but like apparently, you know, like people will be walking their dogs out there and their dog will bark at it or whimper if you try to bring him in the circle, or if you leave something out there overnight, it'll disappear. And people have tried to camp in the circle and been chased off by like screaming and growling and shit. So it's kind of just cool little urban legend, you know? I never went out and looked at it, but yeah.
That sounds cool.
It does sound really cool.
What did you guys hear was like the reason for the spook light? Like, what were you told?
Like gases escaping from underground.
That was like the legend that you heard? Or that was
Oh
like
no,
the
that's the explanation. That I've
Oh,
heard.
okay. What was like the legend? Like it's a
legend-
spirit or it's
The legend I heard
Yeah, it's just a
was that there was a big battle, and it was like Indians versus like settlers
Aliens.
or whatever. Yes, aliens. And it's just like an Indian that's got a light, and he just sits out there in the distance holding a light, like because of this battle. I don't know why he's holding a light, but
Yeah,
that's what I heard.
I heard it was like a Native American that lost his daughter on the Trail of Tears, and so he stayed to look for her and never left.
Wow. Okay. What did you hear, Jack?
I heard it was Corey Feldman trying to find his respect for himself again.
Yeah, after Goonies and Lost Boys, he lost it all.
now he's like, now I make Michael Jackson-esque music that sucks.
Dang.
Yo, dude, here's another urban legend for you. Do you guys know how old the high five is?
No.
It's not an urban legend. This is not really an urban legend.
Yeah, it's like since the dawn of time, man. People
Yeah.
have been throwing it up.
Jesus
Day
high
one.
five Mark and Matthew. And
My brother. how old do you think it is?
honestly, I think like 150 years, maybe tops.
Okay.
I want to say,
10,000 BC.
fuck you. I was going to say 1500 BC.
You still can.
Well, the thing is, odds are people probably have been doing it for a long time, but the first time in supposed recorded history was not too long ago.
And that was...
In 1977.
Wow.
Yeah.
Glenn Burke, a former outfielder for the Los Angeles Dodgers, is credited with inventing the high five during a game against the Houston Astros on October the 2nd, 1977, when he ran toward home plate and raised his hand to greet a teammate who had just rounded the bases after a home run. That person was Dusty Baker. Have you guys ever heard of him? He's a famous coach. But yeah, I guess that's the story he's been telling. And
Yeah, I don't believe any of that. Yeah, sounds BS.
Because my uncle, he invented the high five in the
Yeah.
1960s.
Yeah.
But supposedly there's not any there's not any proof of this besides one example. There's a similar gesture depicted in the 1966 film Breathless by John Luke Goddard, but it's likely that they think that the first ones who did it. So there you go.
Were they already slapping each other's butts, or was that?
That might have been after.
They branched off the
like-
five. At least
Right.
the bottom.
That felt good. Let's try other things.
Let's try here.
They've been slapping faces for too long, and like that does not feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jackson, you got one?
Yo, dude, check this out. Kyle started the episode when I was trying to look for one earlier. I found it, but then somehow it escaped my phone. So guess what? There is nothing for me this week.
Classic Jack. Good guy.
Yo, dude, I don't have shit for you at all this week.
Make sure you're registered to vote, everybody. The election's coming up.
Yeah.
If you want to vote,
It's
do
very
it.
important because as you've heard, I'm sure that if one of these people gets elected, the country is just it's going down, dude.
Yeah. It's
So
like
you
War
got to do
III.
your best to not vote for either of these two people. If you vote both of these people in,
One of them is going to ruin the country, and you have to guess which one it's going to be. Good luck.
And
that
then
one's going to ruin the country with their rhetoric. This one's going to ruin the country with their diplomacy. I love democracy. I love the republic.
This is how liberty
Nah,
dies.
but for real though, I don't like either of the two candidates that are put before me. So the two main ones, Harris or Trump. So I'm kind of just a drifter, man. It's like I can go vote, but it's not going to count for shit, really.
Yeah.
Except, well, at least as far as the president goes.
Do you attend the
Yeah.
Electoral College, Jackson?
Nash.
Yeah, usually if I don't know either of the candidates, I usually just write in Connor. He's the standing treasurer. He's the standing.
You wrote in, guy. You got to do
They'll all
it.
do that. They'll be like, randomly 4 people voted for Connor Hobbs in every single category.
Yeah, I've done it in every election for the last since I was 18.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Local, state, all that shit, dude. Especially if there's one choice. If there's one choice in the ballot part, I'm like, well, I'm not just gonna vote for that guy because he has a little power. I'm gonna write him a little brother, see if
Yeah.
he can make a change.
And say, if you don't want to vote for me, Keanu Reeves would be another good choice. I
Yeah,
think he'd
yeah.
really do some great
Yeah.
things for our country.
Yeah.
God, can you imagine if you got like 300 votes in all these different categories, man?
I mean, think about it. I want everybody to think about it. Would you rather have Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, or Keanu Reeves as your president?
Oh, dude, Keanu Reeves, 100%.
Kiana.
It's a simple decision. And yet we can't make that choice as a country, apparently.
Yeah. Do you think Harambe is going to get a ton of votes again? Hasn't that been a recurring thing since Harambe was killed?
I think so, yeah.
When in doubt,
It's pretty cool.
vote Harambe.
The votes are always getting thinner every election for Harambe.
R.I.P.
He'll make a comeback.
Yeah.
And David, thank you for making your comeback.
Yeah. It's always good to be here during spooky season. You know, I like talking scary shit.
Yes.
I would have brought more scary stuff if I knew that's what you wanted to talk about, man.
Oh, yeah.
You gonna go see Terrifier 3 when it comes out?
Fuck no.
Nah.
I don't like the Terrifier movies at all, man. I don't know.
Understandable.
I don't like horror that's just glorified gore. Like, I like the Saw
Gore?
movies. Yeah.
Gore.
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 Gore. Yeah, like,
You want there to be a little bit more substance to the story and stuff?
I like
getcha.
Saw because there's a story, but it's also like there's a point to the gore. It's not just like some sadistic psychopath like laughing and smiling while he like skins you. Like, I don't know, man. That stuff. Like
Yeah.
I watched
Jigsaw's a weird character because he has like this whole, like, somewhat like, oh, like, I'm doing it to teach these people a lesson. But then there's multiple situations where he's just like, immediately kill the police officer. Immediately kill this fucking guy.
Yeah.
It's just like, there's a lot of points where it's like, I'm not so sure you're altruistic within your endeavors here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I avoid Terrifier.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch it after hearing about Terrifier 2. I'm good.
Yeah. And after hearing about Terrifier 1, I'm good on Terrifier 2.
Yeah.
Good luck though. Enjoy yourself.
The first one I see in theaters, so I'm stoked on it.
But that new Winnie
Dude.
the Pooh movie. No,
Yeah. What was that called? Like Winnie's Pooh or something? Or Winnie's
the sequel to Blood and Honey. I don't know. Do they have a name for the sequel yet?
I have no clue.
Who cares?
It was dog shit.
Yeah, who cares? Sorry.
It was
Go ahead.
awful.
I was just gonna tell Jackson he needs to make sure he knows how many people like vomited in the theater during Terrifier 3.
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
I really want to know.
We'll have to come up with some horror type themes or games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. After I told Rachel about like some of like the rumors of what goes on in this movie, she's like, I don't know if I do want to watch that now. Because I was going to be like, she was going to be my homie going with me to watch the movie, but now I don't think she's into it.
Yeah.
Probably try to make a move with my wife inside the dark theater, dude. And then I'll have to kill you.
He'll kill you.
All right.
Probably will.
And that's another episode of Crashing with Friends. David, thanks for being here. Connor, looking good and svelte. Jackson, you're looking good.
Nah. Okay.
Looking
Cool.
like a productive member of society.
Right. Feeling good. Sounding good. Acting good.
Doing good.
Cool.
Good boy, Jack.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Good boy, Jackson.
Jackson gets a treat.
Hopefully.
All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys all next week.
Bye.
Doses.
Crashing with Friends.
Podcast.